Today we are going to dive into a fascinating story together, that of one of the most respected and beloved figures in Christianity, the Virgin Mary. Often when we think of Mary, we imagine her as the mother of Jesus. But what do we really know about this woman of exceptional humility and faith, who played such a crucial role in the history of salvation? This video offers you a chance to rediscover lesser-known aspects of her life, explore the theological depth of her role, her miraculous apparitions, and the mysteries surrounding her death and Assumption. Before we embark on this journey, I'd like to clarify that the purpose of this video is to share historical and theological elements in a spirit of openness and respect. Our intention is not to question anyone's beliefs, but rather to deepen our understanding of this iconic figure. So take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with those who might find it inspiring. Family, friends, or community members. Mary, a model of faith and virtue. Mary is known worldwide as the mother of Jesus, the Son of God. Many see in her a model of purity, grace, and devotion. But her life is not only symbolic, it is also a human journey filled with extraordinary moments and unique challenges. What stands out most in Mary's life is her unwavering faith and humility. Her virginal conception, her steadfast obedience to God, and her place in the divine mission of redemption have made her a spiritual pillar for millions of believers. One of the most well-known moments in Mary's life is undoubtedly the Annunciation, when she receives a visit from the angel Gabriel, sent to deliver a divine message. According to the Gospel of Luke, Gabriel greets her with the words, "Hail, full of grace, the Lord is with you." Can you imagine her surprise? A young girl from Nazareth promised to conceive the Son of the Most High. She listens, initially puzzled, then humbly accepts the role God has entrusted to her. "Behold the handmaid of the Lord. Let it be to me according to your word." With these words, Mary becomes a model of absolute faith and acceptance of the divine, marking the beginning of a story that will transform the world. A faith greater than fear. It's essential to understand that Mary responded to this divine call when she was very young. In the cultural context of first-century Palestine, girls were often betrothed as soon as they reached puberty. Mary was likely only 13 or 15 years old, an age that, though surprising today, was common then. This young age only highlights the strength of her faith. Mary accepts this crucial role despite the risks and misunderstandings it might provoke in her surroundings. And beyond her age, the era in which she lived was marked by strict social norms and limitations for women. Yet Mary shows how, despite all, God chooses the humble to fulfill his purposes. She embodies a message of hope and redemption for all humanity, becoming a universal model. Mary at the foot of the cross, a maternal love without limits. Later in the Gospel of John, we find Mary at the foot of the cross during the crucifixion of her son. Imagine this moment, a mother witnessing, powerless, the suffering and death of her child. This simple yet powerful verse, "Near the cross of Jesus stood his mother." In just a few words, everything is conveyed. Mary bears witness to this terrible scene alongside a few other women in an act of absolute faith and loyalty. This moment, for many believers, is one of the deepest symbols of maternal love and devotion. Mary shares in her son's pain, a suffering that some theologians view as an extension of her initial yes given at the Annunciation. A role as universal mother in a deeply significant act, Jesus, from the height of the cross, entrusts Mary to his beloved disciple. "Woman, behold your son, and to the disciple, behold your mother." Through these words, Mary becomes not only the mother of Jesus, but also a spiritual mother to all. This act establishes a profound bond between Mary and Christians, a relationship marked by maternal intercession and compassion. Mary's role as a spiritual mother is now an essential part of faith for many, offering each believer a model of courage, love, and strength. The mystery of Mary's family. Continuing the exploration of Mary's family, it's interesting to note the appearance of a character in the Gospel of John. Mary of Clopas, also present at the foot of the cross. Is she truly Mary's sister? The terminology of the time does not necessarily refer to a blood sister, but could mean a cousin or another close relative. This family connection raises questions and invites a broader view of Jesus' family and the bonds within it. The lineage of Mary and Joseph, an ancient and divine story. To understand the role of Mary and Joseph in Jesus' lineage, we can look at the genealogies presented in the Gospels of Matthew and Luke. These passages trace a royal lineage back to David, reinforcing the idea that Jesus, as a descendant of this line, is the promised Messiah. Joseph is thus seen as Jesus' legal father, and through him, Jesus belongs to the royal lineage. Mary's apparitions, signs through the ages. Over the centuries, Mary has appeared in various places around the world, appearances that many consider messages of hope, peace, and reconciliation. From Lourdes to Fatima, these apparitions have profoundly impacted communities, inspiring millions of people to faith and prayer. They are seen as Mary's way of continuing her role as a spiritual mother, bearing messages of consolation and calls to conversion. Devotional practices. An intimate dialogue with Mary. The Hail Mary and the Rosary are prayers that allow believers to draw closer to Mary, to meditate on the mysteries of Christ's life through her eyes. For many, this intimate dialogue with Mary is a way to enter a space of contemplation and inner peace. Mary's death and Assumption, an earthly end and a new beginning. Finally, a mystery surrounds the end of Mary's earthly life. According to Christian tradition, Mary did not experience death as others do, but was assumed into heaven, body and soul, a sign of the divine grace that accompanied her throughout her life. The Assumption symbolizes the reward of her faith and her unique role in human history. This journey into the life of the Virgin Mary invites us to discover the depth of her faith, her resilience, and her unique role. Whether you are a believer or simply curious, this story speaks of universal values: faith, humility, and the strength of sacrifice. Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's stay connected as we explore more fascinating figures and stories together.